And it was a combination, bro. It was a combination of him and my wife that both kept on like, hey, you said you wanted to start this, so start it. When are you gonna start it? When are you gonna start it? And me, yeah, I mean, from the beginning, I was focused on the quality from the beginning. I was trying to source like the best buns, trying to source the best meat, the best cheese. But it's like, they're like, dude, like just go for it, and then you can kind of go from there and see what you got to work on. Yeah, and that's what happened.
Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another episode of the Small Guy on Main Street podcast and YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jairo Para. Here, I interview small business owners and micro business owners and have them share their unique story. I strongly believe that everybody has a story to tell, and who's better than the small businesses that we know and trust? Now, please, 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 if you can, please subscribe, like, comment, share. Um, it will be a lot. It will mean a lot, not only for me, I mean, for the people that I'm interviewing, for the guests that I have here, who I am trying to give them more exposure, right? For those that have their stories and share their struggles and share intimate information, please subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it. I'll give you a shout out. If you wish to catch more up to date information, please follow me on Instagram at small guy underscore on underscore Main Street. Please, Instagram is the best one. I do have a thread, Twitter, LinkedIn, and TikTok, whichever one you like, right? Or all of them. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your following. Thank you for any interaction that you may put forth on your end. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Now, without further ado, let's jump right in. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Small Guy on Main Street. Today, our guest is the one and only, back to the burger, Ruben Rodriguez.
Thank you for having me, man.
No, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you. How are you?
Good, doing good. A little
Yeah.
tired, but
Yeah.
that's every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you?
Ah, I was mostly excited for this. I was like, okay, it's gonna happen today. Let's get it. But
Yeah.
setting up. But other than that, I mean, we're here now.
Yeah. It's awesome, man. Thanks for having me.
um. So, all right, back to the burger, right? For those listening, those haven't heard, what do you do? What do you provide?
We sell hamburgers. We specialize in smash burgers. It's like a new thing that's been kind of going around, SoCal. I found it like maybe 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, and it's very thin, crispy, but juicy patties. So it's a little different. We do pop-ups at different breweries,
Yeah.
community events, caterings, stuff like that.
Now, what got you? What got you into burgers?
Well, to making that style of a burger, I ended up trying a burger in Glendale. The spot is called Burgers Never Say Die. They started as a pop-up and ended up transitioning into like a brick and mortar. And I saw it on some YouTube video, and I was like, oh, you know what, we got to try it. So me and my wife went, we tried it, and it was like changed my life. I was like, man, this burger's good.
Really?
I think I went back a few more times, and we ended up just making them at home, because we live in Fontana or Rialto, and
Okay.
the drive is, hour and some change. So having to go back and forth for the burger, I was like, man, let's try to make it at home. And we didn't even have, we didn't even think about like, starting our own business or anything. We just wanted to make those kind of burgers at the house for the friends and stuff. And we started playing around with it, and that's how we ended up starting with this pop-up. Yeah.
So many things, as you know, just kind of happen sometimes for curiosity or sometimes a hobby, right? And of course, I mean, we enjoy food, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, one of the followers, Haley, said, why burgers though? Why do you think you were like, you know what, this is something I could do as a business?
Yeah.
Why burgers?
Um, I think the reason why we chose burgers was because there's there was already, tons of taco stands.
Okay, I was gonna head with like, hey,
Yeah,
fucking a torta, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Fucking taco.
No, and then believe it or not, we were actually gonna start, like, when we thought about, when we started cooking burgers. We were actually going to start a pop up of tacos dorados. Me and my wife, that
Okay.
was our first idea. All
Yeah.
right, let's
Uh-huh.
start a pop up of the tacos dorados de camarón,
Mm.
or whatever,
Oh yeah, yeah,
chicken, whatever.
yeah.
And we ended up making that at home, and they were coming out good, and we thought of the name, and the name was good, but then something happened to where we're like, you know what, like, the burgers that we've been making here for our friends and our family, like, they've been coming out pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
so we ended up going that route instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, there's not really too many burger stands, like, pop-ups. There's a lot of taco stands, a lot of marisco stands, and we were trying to be, just a little bit different, something to kind of
Mm-hmm.
put us, how do you say it, just to kind of put us
Aside from the
aside from all the other street food that's out
right,
there.
right.
Yeah.
No, I do see that. Of course, I think a burger is an American thing, right? You would
Yeah.
say, given regardless of where you at, I think you could always enjoy a good burger, whatever city you're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially here in LA, where tacos dominates.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody, like, who comes visits LA is like tacos. We're the best tacos at. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
pero now, right? I guess is your take on an American, your tradition,
Yeah.
right?
No, and then we also we also don't forget where we came from.
Mm-hmm.
We also add in certain things that make that American burger also, part of, like, like the Mexican burger too, like the Mexican culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've had chorizo burgers
Mm.
in there. We've had just different small things that we can add to the burger to kind of make it our style.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's been working out good, and it's a little different. So
Yeah. Well, of course, you're here in LA, right? Diversity is everywhere,
mm-hmm.
especially in the Latino community, right? They're holding it down here pretty deep.
Right.
So, if you make a chorizo burger or al pastor or something
Mm-hmm.
like that,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a good response.
Oh yeah.
Especially if it's something new like that.
Yeah.
So you got your eye, I guess, on who your clientele is, right?
Right. No, believe it or not, we've had a lot of, like how you said, like, the Latino community come up, whether if it's younger people bringing their parents, or just like the older crowd, just running into us and asking, hey, do you sell tacos? We're like, no, we sell burgers,
Uh-huh.
but they've tried our burger, and a lot of them have said, like, you know what, this takes me back to my town in Mexico. They, the little burger stand there, very thin patties and stuff like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just something different, but it still has, like, that similar taste to where it kind of brings you back
Mm-hmm.
to something, whether if it's like an original McDonald's burger when you were a kid,
Right.
or
Yeah.
when you were back in Mexico, and you used to go, eat burgers in the corner from the stand or whatever, So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
No, I get you. That's true, and hopefully, like, you become a staple or stable. What's it?
Staple, yeah, staple.
Here, in LA, right, where you could say, like, I remember, when I went, to the back of the burger, and, had my kid. It was 5, and now he's 15, and
Yeah.
he's still eating this, right?
Yeah.
Now, quick thing, like, just because you mentioned McDonald's, right? Do you have a special sauce for your burgers?
No,
No.
no, secrets don't make friends.
Uh,
So, no, just ketchup, mustard, and then, we have the option of mayo
uh-huh.
as well. But for the most part, we've I'm not gonna lie, we've tried making a sauce, and we've, and then, like, in the beginning,
Yeah.
But then we're like, you know what? Like, we're just trying to add something to something that doesn't need anything. You know, like, you know, who knows? Maybe down the line, but I think for now, ketchup, mustard is just like a, you know, makes you feel like I said, either like you're eating like a McDonald's burger, like when you were a kid, or when you're having a barbecue. You know, they don't have special sauces when you're at a barbecue.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, just ketchup, mustard, and mayo.
But they hit different.
They hit different,
You
bro.
know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So as they say, at times less is more.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it simple, right?
Keep it simple.
And I
Yeah.
mean, as long as you know what you do is great and it's made, with quality, that makes all the difference, right? You don't really need a secret sauce. You don't
Yeah.
need anything else, right?
Right.
And which seems like that's what you're working on, right? Which is great.
Yeah.
Um. So, okay, who helps you, or there is a you that comes up with like the designs of the burger, right? We're gonna make this burger, and this burger is gonna have XXX.
Well, it's mainly me, well, myself and my wife. We pretty much bounce ideas back from each other, and then I have a few friends too that have like mates, like, you know, suggestions and stuff like that. You know,
Right.
like when we first started our chorizo burger, one of our friends, well, we used to just make the chorizo on the side, and then we used to, you know, put it on top of the burger. And one of my good friends was like, bro, he's like, why don't you make the patty out of, you know, chorizo? And I was like, you know, I never thought of that. Because I thought, you know, it's going to crumble. It's not going to hold consistency. And then sure enough, we tried it. And that burger was, you know, very, very popular. But yeah, it's mainly, you know, my wife and I. And then I have, like a mentor, you know, a few mentors that have been not in the food industry, but just in business for a while, and
Yeah.
they kind of help me keep my feet planted, because I'm always thinking of certain ideas, and it's like, bro, like, calm down,
Ah,
just take it easy, just stick with this, see how this works, and
Yeah.
then go from there.
okay.
Yeah,
No, that's good. I just obviously, besides it tasting good, which is one thing, but also what it has and how it was presented is another thing, right? Because then it's now you got to kind of be artistic. If it looks attractive, people are willing to try it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking on that,
yeah,
But okay, so before we go any further, right now, obviously, as you can see here, as back to the burger, that logo seems a little bit, resembling something, right?
Yeah.
So, one of the followers, mrod underscore 191, he asked, why did you name it after a movie franchise, right? Or the resemblance of a
Yeah.
movie franchise? And who's your favorite character from that specific movie franchise?
Okay. Oh yeah, no. That's my favorite movie.
Is
Yeah, Back to the Future, my favorite movie. My favorite ones are the 1 and 2. You know, I can't really pick. You know, which one, which part is my favorite. But no, the reason why we named it that, we were first looking through names when we established that, you know what, it's good. Let's open up this burger pop up.
Yeah.
And we're like, Ruben's Burgers or something, Ruben. We're trying to add my name into it, and it was like, it just wasn't coming natural, you know. And I watched that movie pretty often, man. Pretty often, to where like my wife doesn't like the movie anymore. She's like tired of it.
You
know
know the script. As it
Yeah,
comes out, you're already talking. Right?
Exactly. So
yeah.
then I was like, I saw the logo, and I've always loved the logo. I've always loved the movie, and I was like, back to the burger, you know. And I told my wife, and she was like, yeah. And then I kind of shared it with our friends, and they're like, dude, yes. They're like, yeah, you know. And yeah, I mean that's how we came up with the name and with the whole concept of it. Yeah.
So who's your ideal character? Who do you think you be, maybe you resemble, or who do you like, or what do you think?
I wouldn't say I don't have a favorite character just because I all the characters are,
Yeah,
pretty like
of course.
they all have their own thing,
Yeah, their own role, which makes the movie great,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like I
Okay.
like Biff. He's a great bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Marty. And
Mm-hmm. I get you.
Doc Brown. He's I don't know. They all have their own special thing. And like
Yeah.
they're all like they're supposed to be one main character, but I feel like they're all the main character for some reason.
Yeah.
Just of yeah. So no, I really can't choose, but everyone has
Yeah.
their own flavor.
No, I get you. I get you. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. If you grew up 80s, 90s,
Hmm.
you saw Back to the Future,
Yeah.
right? You saw it more than once, and of course, yeah, it was great movies, and they're implanted, and it's a classic, and
Yeah.
I think it will go on forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just curious on what came about on that.
Just the logo and the name like brings people back. Like even if they don't even like if they pass by and they don't even eat our burgers, just by them stopping by and they're like, hey, like it caught my eye,
Yeah,
and
it's catchy.
I've had a few people come and tell me like dude, my dad took me to go watch that movie, when it first came out, or I ran into some guy, out in Marietta, and he was like, he's like, bro, he's like, that's my favorite movie, and he showed me this keychain that came with the VHS tapes so he
Wow.
still had it in his keychain, right? Even some other guy over here in LA, we did a pop-up just recently at this bar. This guy was just walking by. He was just walking by, and he didn't buy a burger, but he bought a few of our stickers, and he's like, bro, he's like, I'm a huge fan of Back to the Future.
Yep.
And then he like lifted his pant leg, and he had a tat of Doc Brown. Yeah, I was like, it's crazy, like,
That love, huh?
yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, I see that. I do see that for sure.
Yeah.
Because with maybe without that arrow, right? Without the arrow that it resembles it, I would have thought it was probably like back to the burger, almost going in a sense, stating back to the basics
Mm-hmm.
of a burger,
Right.
right? As things have evolved, and people come up with this style, come up with that style, and it's too much sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I like the name, man, because it has so many meanings.
Mm-hmm.
It just has,
Mm-hmm.
it's like endless amounts of possibilities for that
For
name.
what, yeah, can
Yeah,
be taken.
back like you said, back to the basics. Like keeping it simple.
Yeah.
Ketchup, mustard, pickles, onions. To where like, hey, like I have to go back to the burger because I'm craving the burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Cool. Okay, so officially, how long has it been then that you've been taking this as a business?
It's been 3 years. We're going on 4 in September. Yeah, yeah. I've been going at it since 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, going on 4 years already. Mm-hmm.
Um, Obviously, you tested out. You did it, like you said, friends and families enjoyed it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, how was the first year? How was the response the first year?
Well, it was pretty scary.
Yeah.
It was pretty scary because I quit my full-time job before I even started it. So I was making pretty good money. I quit my job, and then
Yeah.
yeah, we just went ahead and did the pop-up. But it was scary because I had quit my job in January of 2020, and then we were going to start doing the pop-ups, but then in March, COVID hit, and then we're like, everything was just on pause.
Yeah.
But then we found out, after all the restaurants closing and everything closing, that it took us maybe like 4 months after that, 4 or 5 months after that, that we officially started, because that was what was in, like you couldn't go to a restaurant, like
Yeah.
I think people were going to pop-ups, they were going to friends' houses and stuff
Oh
like
yeah, of
that.
course.
So it was and then plus the breweries, which is we didn't start at the brewery, we started like on the street, but the breweries needed to sell food to stay open. So that built a really good relationship from the pop-ups with the breweries, and because without
Wow.
food they couldn't operate.
Wow.
So it was just it was pretty neat.
Damn.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
was
See
hard. It
that?
was hard, man, because we still had bills.
Of
We still had
course.
bills. I have two kids,
Yeah.
and um, but I knew that I had to quit my job to really put my full effort into this. Because then if I had the job and I had this, I would have been like, well, if it doesn't work out, I can always go back to I
Yeah.
have this. That's like my security blanket or
Yes.
whatever.
Right. It said right. If you have a plan B, then you won't really put your full attention and you won't go 100%
Yeah.
into plan A because you go have something to fall back on, right?
Right.
So, but you when you were working, did you even try this weekends? Like oh let me at least test the water, so to speak.
When I was working, no,
No. So
no,
you
we just went.
fuck.
Yeah, we just went on. We just literally, like I said, the weekend that me and my wife did our first pop up. I was supposed to be in Ensenada with all my cousins, Hector and everyone.
Órale.
Excuse me. And for some reason, like I think all I had in my bank account was like $500, right? Like that's all I had, and I was like, and me and my wife were talking, and she was like, go have fun with your cousins, and enjoy. But we still had that itch to like, when are we gonna start this? We still had a lot of things that we needed to buy, and I was using that as an excuse. No, well, I still need tables, I still need
Right.
a canopy, I still need whatever, and a very very good friend of mine, Emilio, which is one of my really close friends and mentors. He would hit me up every week. Me and him talk every day, but every day he would be like, "When are you starting?
Yeah.
When are you starting?
Yeah.
When are you starting?" And every day I had an excuse for him. I was like, "Well, no, because I'm still trying to find the right meat. I'm still trying to find the right buns. I'm still trying to find." And he's like, "Bro, he's like, just get out there and sell." He's like, "You're just wasting time right now." He's like, "Well, what are you doing this weekend?" And it was that weekend of when I was supposed to be out there in Ensenada.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm supposed to be going to Ensenada with my cousin. He's like, nah, bro. He's like, start. He's like, what do you need? I was like, I need tables. He's like, come pick up tables. I have 2 tables. What else do you need? And I was like, I need a canopy. And then he's like, ask around. My little brother was doing car wash detailing at the time, and he had a blue canopy. I got that. And I was like, hey, bro. I was like, well, I guess I'm starting this weekend, And sure enough, he just pushed me to like do that, and I went and picked up the tables. I went and got some meat from Stater Brothers, got some buns from Stater Brothers, and just started. And it was like, and we started promoting it that same week, and man, we had such a positive reaction. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
And it was the hottest day of summer that day out in Fontana. It was 117 degrees out there.
That was 2019, huh? 2019?
So, yeah, 2020.
2020?
2020. Yeah, we started the business in 2019, but we didn't officially pop up until 2020.
Oh, okay. So you weren't anticipating the response?
No,
Not one bit.
I wasn't anticipating the response from the people, the heat. I had a heat stroke that day.
Damn.
On top of us being crazy slammed, Mr. Biggs showed up at our very first pop-up. He's a very, very like famous foodie, and
That's dope.
he's out there for the people, and he showed up. But he showed up just in time because I had the heat stroke, passed out, and then they had me in a car while my other friend was helping me cook. He took over for a bit, and they're like, hey, like Mr. Biggs just got here, and I was kind of like barely coming back too. I was like, all right, just give me a bit, and I went, cleaned myself up, and I ended up going back on the grill, and it was just like a really crazy day, but like in a really good way. Yeah, like that really kind of set the tone to where I was like, all right, if I can cook these burgers in 117 degree weather, kind of, now I know it's like, okay, I can do it. Yeah.
Everything else is simple.
Everything else was gonna be cake, but it wasn't. But still, that just kind of kind of got me focused on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. We could always make excuses, right? And if somebody was to tell you, right, that you're gonna be crazy busy, you're gonna be cooking at temperature of 110, and then you're still on the grill, so that's even hotter,
It's
right,
another
for you.
15, 20 degrees more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, if everybody would have told you all the bad things that would have happened, right, you would have never done it.
I would have made up more excuses.
Right.
I would have been like, no, well,
But
yeah, exactly.
but once you're there, then you gotta go, right? You
Just
gotta
do it.
just gotta do it.
Yeah.
Once you're there, once you take that leap, once you get into it, you're
Hmm.
like, well, I'm already here. Let's knock it
Yeah.
out.
And that's what made me just. That's how I literally thought about everything else from that day forward. Is like I'm not even gonna think about it because once you start thinking about it, you start psyching yourself out
Mm-hmm.
with all the bad stuff, all the negative
Mm-hmm.
things that could happen, and that just kind of just you're your own worst enemy. You know,
Oh yeah.
you're your own worst enemy,
I,
bro. So it's all in here.
yeah. Give yourself too much time to think about something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll find negative things, excuses,
Oh
and
yeah.
everything else, and there it goes. Right.
Yeah.
Damn, that's good, man. Well, that's good. He was putting that pressure on you.
Yeah.
That's real good.
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh, este güey otra vez. Fuck.
Yeah.
What's up, dog?
And it was a combination, bro. It was a combination of him and my wife that both kept on like, hey, you said you wanted to start this, so start it. When are you gonna start it? When are you gonna start it? And me, yeah, I mean, from the beginning, I was focused on the quality from the beginning. You know, I was trying to source like the best buns, trying to source the best meat, the best cheese. But it's like, they're like, dude, like just go for it, and then you can kind of go from there and see what you got to work on. Yeah, and that's what happened.
Keep improving, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's always gonna happen.
Oh
Keep
yeah.
improving.
I mean, our burgers were good at first, but we just found ways to make them better, more presentable, and we just went from there. But that one thing that my friend told me, he's like, because I was nervous about starting,
Yeah.
He's like, bro, he's like, how many taco stands are there? And are they all good? No, they're not all good, but people still buy,
Right.
so don't worry about that. He's like,
Yeah.
you're gonna sell, even if it's just one burger, even if it's 5 burgers, you're gonna sell. The next time, bring more, and people are gonna start finding out about you. But I mean, he's right. There's a lot of spots that aren't that good, and they still have customers, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good for them because they have no excuse. They're like, oh, our food might not be the best, but we're out here selling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. That's like you say. It's just sometimes for convenience of the customer, because they're right around the corner. Why not? Right. Why we're gonna go any further? But then yet again, if you're persistent, right? If you're there and there and there, eventually people are gonna try you. Eventually,
Yeah.
you're gonna get customers, right? And
Exactly.
if what you're providing is good, a good experience overall, they're gonna keep coming back.
All right.
And
Yeah,
that's
customer service is important too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would go back to a spot that the food's okay, but their customer service is up there. I would go back.
yes,
Yeah.
that's tough. That's I see that. But you're hand in hand. You're right there with the customer, and they taste it, they enjoy it, they intake it, and then the experience they get from you, and
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's something that we're trying to build is that's very important for us is customer service. I have my wife, in the front, taking orders, and she's a people person. She loves to talk to people and make you feel welcome. We don't want you to feel like we're like robots. When you come, it's like, hey, may I take your order? Okay, great. Your number is this. It's like, for one, I don't know if you noticed, but we don't give you numbers. We ask for your name. We try to memorize your name. We try to make it special. And then from the person who's taking the order to the person who's cooking the burger to the person who is addressing your burger, they'll all interact with you, and I actually learned that from this spot in Azusa. It was in Azusa, but then they moved to Covina. My very good friend Romel, He used to have a restaurant called Cafe Cola. I don't know if you've heard of it, but
Mm-mm.
that guy, man, it was just one guy in the front and then one guy in the back.
Yeah.
And after I think they got like a few more people in the back, but Romel, man, he took his time and to learn your name, to
Mm-hmm.
learn your name. So
Yeah.
the next time you came, he literally just he knew your name. He knew where you came from. He would
Yeah.
actually talk to you,
Yeah.
and he really cared. He like truly cares about like who you are and how you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't just ask you how are you. Okay, no, he
Mm-hmm.
actually cares.
Mm-hmm.
And we every time that we went back to his restaurant, it was just like we felt at home. We felt at home with them. So that same type of environment,
Mm-hmm.
is what we're trying to build as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. It's personalized. It's personal,
yeah,
and you get treated like a person, right?
oh
Get
yeah,
recognized.
yeah. So I know we don't have the best burger in the world, but that's what keeps the people coming back. Or, at least our return customers
Mm-hmm.
is that they know that they know who's making your burger
Yeah.
and they know that they can hang out and chit chat with you and shoot the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, um, and they know that they're gonna get treated like like a regular person.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
we're just talking,
not a number.
not a number, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. That's cool. Um, Let me ask you this, right? You go to breweries, right? That's mostly your thing, right?
Breweries
At
for now,
breweries,
yeah,
right? Mostly.
yeah.
Okay. So, tell us, how do you pair your burger with what kind of beer?
You know what? I think I've only been to one brewery that had asked for our menu so they can pair the burgers
Mm-hmm.
with their beer. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But for the most part, man, we I think all of our burgers. I mean, even to our grilled cheese, bro. Like you compare that with anything, you know? Yeah,
Okay. Okay, but you,
yeah,
when you eat your burger,
yeah.
what beer do you have?
What beer do I have?
Yeah.
I like I like I like hazies. I like a good hazy
Mm-hmm.
or something light
Mm-hmm.
with the burger. Um, I'm not too into like like the darker beers like
Mm-hmm.
how how you are, but
Yeah.
yeah, something light, man. Something refreshing.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean just something
Yeah.
light.
Just this is just personal question to you, right? Just
Yeah.
how would you know what I mean?
And funny thing is that I'm not much of a drinker, bro.
Uh,
I'll drink every now and then, and it's
mhm.
funny because I work at breweries and they just like the beers are flowing, bro. Like they come and offer you beer all day, and that's like the good thing about popping up at breweries is that they just feed you beer all day.
Mhm.
But I'm not much of a drinker, bro. I have a
Yeah.
few coworkers that I'm like, hey, like if you can work good, yeah, have a few beers and stuff. So they're the ones that benefit from from that.
Right.
Yeah,
No, well, sometimes it's good, right? And obviously, you're the one taking the heat.
yeah,
Downing one or two, it's good.
yeah.
Don't let it get too
Get out of
crazy,
hand.
because then
Yeah.
that shit gets all fucked up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But no, that's right. Just for you, right? But um, another one for you, right? How do you fix your burger? Like what's your back to the burger for you?
My my favorite way to fix my burger is I just simple, just the meat, the cheese, the bun, light ketchup, light mustard, and then I do grilled onion and raw onion with pickles, with pickles.
So both onions, both
Yeah,
styles,
both
really?
styles, cause you get like the
Huh.
grill onions. It gives you like that flavor, but then you get the bite and the crunch of like the raw onion.
Yeah.
On top of like the crispy edges that you get with the burger, it just kind of works really well. Yeah. So when customers can't decide,
Hmm.
we tell them, hey, just add both, and there's like, why didn't I ever think about it?
I is usually Do you want grilled onion
Yeah.
or raw
No,
onion
both.
usually.
If you
But
do both, it's good.
oh, okay, okay, we gotta do that then. We
Hmm.
gotta
Yeah.
try that
I'm putting you guys on.
out. Okay. Anything, any secret menu item you can share with us?
Used to be a secret, but we have you can make any burger grilled cheese style.
Right.
So we pretty much flip the buns inside out, make you a grilled cheese, and then we stuff the burger
Mm-hmm.
in there. You can add thick cut bacon, ghost pepper cheese. You can add a fried egg, um, and then the newest addition is on top of that you can make it a crispy cheese wrap. So
Right.
so we add like the shredded cheese on the grill. We put your burger on there already dressed, and then we
Yeah.
just flip it, and
Yeah.
so it's like it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
okay. For you listening, you guys need to check out his Instagram. That what he's talking about is crazy delicious.
Yeah.
It's one of a kind. Get the ghost pepper cheese. I mean,
Hmm.
that was bomb.
I think it's good, and I don't like spice, but I like that. I like
Yeah.
how it balances out with the American, and
Mm-hmm.
it's good.
Okay. Cool. Um. Okay. Now, so far, right? 2020 start picking up, start putting your name out there, right? 21 pretty good, growing, right? Getting more and more work out, and then 22, now 23, right? But early this year you had a minor setback, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, they ended up stealing our trailer. They stole our trailer with all of our equipment in there,
Uh,
and yeah, it was heartbreaking, man. Because it's like all that hard work that you put in to your business for it
mhm.
to just be gone like that.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty hard. It
Mm-hmm.
was pretty hard. Yeah,
Oh, that's tough.
and but yeah, there's certain things like that are gonna happen, and
Mm-hmm.
and if you let it break you, if you let it get to you, then it's I don't know. At the moment we were
Mm-hmm.
like, man, like that's it, you know, like we're we're done, we're out for the count.
Yeah.
But it's not how's that saying? It's like it's not how do they say it? Something about like when you get knocked down is how you get back up, type of
Mm-hmm.
thing, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we came back stronger. We came back stronger, better equipment, and yeah, no, and then we gotta thank all the people too that ended up reposting our trailer.
Mm-hmm.
People that were calling us, hey, I think I see your trailer. People
Mm-hmm.
that had sent some donations too, like it really helped. It really helped, and it just felt good knowing that all the community was like behind us,
Mm-hmm.
like supporting,
Okay.
with their words, with their reposts, with even like all these other pop-ups too, man,
Yeah.
that I have never really spoken to, but we follow each other. They're like, hey, I have a grill if you need a grill. I have a canopy. Like everyone was offering us, all their equipment just so
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't stop, and
Right. Right.
man, that just made me feel like, you know what, like we're like in the right business,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I felt good.
Yeah. Okay. So you did touch on it a little bit. I mean, because one of the followers, right, mrod underscore 191, he asked, I believe he follows you, and he saw what had happened, right? And
Yeah.
he asked, how was the community support for what had happened, right? And what was your reaction,
Yeah.
right? And you gave us a glimpse, right? You guys came as a community,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Came together, right? Hey,
Yeah.
don't lose any days, right? You could borrow this, you could borrow that, and get it back up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, were you? I can't. I don't want to say you were expecting such response.
I wasn't.
No.
Not at all. No, I wasn't expecting not even a quarter. And it's not because there's not any good people out there. It's just I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Like it was just overwhelming, but like
Mm-hmm.
in a really good way,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty amazing. Yeah.
That's a bummer. And that reminds me, right, of my good friend, right, my daughter's Nino. His family always they were always doing swap meets. They were vendors at swap meets, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, they would hear stories, and eventually it happened to them where one Sunday, Saturday morning, they got pulled over by some people, their whole truck loaded, took off. Yeah, the truck was found, but nothing else in it, right? And
Yeah.
there goes right their whole inventory,
Yeah.
right? And then that's the bacon they bring home, right?
Yeah.
It
It's
sucks.
heartbreaking,
It
man.
does.
It's heartbreaking when you hear it happen to like other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then you actually feel their pain when it happens to you. It's like, man, like this is what they were going through, Like we found our trailer, um, but yeah, it had nothing in it.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing in it, and the
Mm-hmm.
trailer was kind of it was like a little beat up, um, but yeah, everything was gone.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, of course. I mean,
But
and
like I said, there was a lot of people, man, that supported us. This this location, IE Trailer Repair, I think that's
mm-hmm.
the name of them. Uh, they got a hold of us. One of their workers is one of our customers.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, like I spoke to my boss. My boss said that bring it in. We'll fix whatever's wrong with it for free. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, wow, man, like
Mm-hmm.
that was just it, like I said, that on top of other things that people had offered us was just like, man, it's crazy to know
Yeah.
that you have that kind of support. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Building relationships. Yeah. Being part of the community, right? And that's good. That's a good feeling. That's for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Karma, man. You gotta put out good in order for you to
Receive good.
receive good, man.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
What you put out in the universe,
yeah,
expect it.
right.
That's cool, man. Um. So tell us, could you give us any glimpse, anything to the future? What can we get? From back to the burger. Can you give us anything new that might happen?
Nothing set
Nothing.
in stone right now, but we're definitely trying to expand.
Mm-hmm.
We were a pop up that started out in the IE. And
Right. Yeah. Because so I eat mostly,
hmm
but you make your rounds to LA,
yeah,
OC as well.
right. Yeah, we're starting to venture out and trying to get our name out.
Uh-huh.
So that's what we're working on right now is trying to get our name out more out here in the LA area,
Mm-hmm.
Orange County.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, um, yeah, people just have to try our food, man. You know,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and I mean, the only way is by us going to those cities, and
Mm-hmm.
eventually, when we do have our own location, and stuff like that, people could come to us,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe down the line, right? Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully down the
That'd be
line.
good. But how do you like traveling, anyways? How do you like driving around? Like,
I like it.
you like
I
it?
like it a lot. I love driving. I love showing up to like new breweries. I love serving
That's true.
new faces.
Yeah.
Um, I like it a lot, man. I
Mm-hmm.
like it a lot. Yeah, it does get tiring, driving
Mm-hmm.
2 hours out and then
Yeah.
setting up, working all day, and then having to load up and still drive, hour and some change home. But it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it, man. It's worth it just to be able, like I said, just to be able to feed new faces and see like the look on their face when they take a bite. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Make it look easy, right? No, I imagine it's not,
Yeah.
right, because there's more than what meets the eye or what happens in that one day where you're providing the service, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot to it that goes backstage.
Right.
But what what drives you? What makes you want to continue doing it?
Leaving something for my family,
Mm-hmm.
for my kids, because they get excited, and they
Mm-hmm.
tell everybody, their teachers, their friends,
Yeah.
their friends at church, like they tell everybody about, and just seeing them excited about it, like, kind of like keeps me going, and then they also ask us like how our pop-ups went, and that,
Mm-hmm.
that, yeah, just I want to leave them something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to leave them dead. I want to leave
Mm-hmm.
them like something where they can, something that they can call their own.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what drives me: the kids, my wife, um, my my family,
Mm-hmm.
brothers, sisters, mom. Yeah, just family drives me. Yeah. Money's. I mean, money doesn't really drive me, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, it's more the people and my family for sure. Yeah.
That's good. Your kids are still small, right? I mean, they can't
Yeah.
help you out yet, right?
Not yet. My 7-year-old daughter wants to. She's been wanting to go with us to work. She's like, hey, like build me a lemonade stand. I want to sell lemonade next to you. So she's already getting
Oh,
that
wow.
that mentality.
Yeah.
And I kind of got her excited. I'm like, well, what are you gonna call it? You gotta have a name for it.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but I want to get hats done. I want to serve
Wow.
different kinds of lemonades, next to you. And so
Mm-hmm.
that, yeah, they can't help me yet, but they already have that want inside of them to,
Yeah. The, that entrepreneur mindset.
yeah,
Yeah, let me do my own thing. I mean,
yeah,
and of course, if you're there, then they kind of piggyback off you, and you could guide them,
yeah,
into them, and from one thing could lead to another and another, right?
right,
That's dope. That's dope.
yeah.
But what got you? You were employed, but what got you into the entrepreneurial mindset, right? Because you risk a lot,
Yeah,
right? And can you say you always wanted to do your own thing?
I always wanted to do something on my own, but it wasn't like an urgency, and it was never food. Like I had food. I've always loved food. Um, I've always known like the spots. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
ask any of my friends, any of
Ah,
my bosses, they're like, they always hit me up. Hey, I'm craving this, but I'm out here in LA. Where should I go?
yeah,
I'm over here in Ensenada, and I'm craving this. Where do I go? And like me and my girl travel for food. So, but other than that, yeah, it wasn't even like a plan of it, which is weird.
isn't that a trip?
Yeah, yeah, it just happened though, because I was, well, for when I was, it's not that I was tired of working long hours. I was tired of missing a lot of my kids' life,
Mm-hmm.
because I used to sell cars before I started this,
Mm-hmm.
and before that I was like in like the cell phone game,
Mm-hmm.
doing business accounts and stuff like that. But I was selling cars, and man, every holiday I was there at work.
Yeah,
Every holiday I was
that's
there, from open to close,
yeah,
and it was just long days, long hours. The
yeah.
the money was good,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, I'm like tired of making someone else a lot of money, like, and missing all these holidays, and missing my kid. I miss my kids' birthdays sometimes. The birthday parties at our house, I miss those, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, nah, that's it. Like I have to find a way to still bring income in,
Yeah.
and be happy,
Mm-hmm.
and still be there for like the important, times for the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm over here breaking my back and bringing all this money in, but it's like I'm not really enjoying it. I'm not really enjoying it with the family. Like, so that's actually what kind of pushed me to
Mm-hmm.
start our own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool, man. Um, Now, let me ask you this, right? Um, Linda Wera, right? She's asked, when are you adding fries, right? Oh, Jizzle, will you be adding fries to the menu? And
We
I,
get that question a lot.
and I say, fries, fries, fries.
Yeah. Soon, soon, soon.
Because of course, okay, I guess we're accustomed to it.
Yeah,
Burger and fries. It's
yeah.
like that's
It's
you know what
mandatory.
you know what I mean. But
Yeah,
now your burger, you know, stands alone, right? You know, in the sense you don't need fries, but
yeah,
it's just like what's up with fries?
yeah.
You know.
Fries have been a thing that, like, just dealing with oil and then having and it's not even that. It's more of like we want to make sure that like our fries are up to par with our burgers. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
we're not gonna give you a great burger and shitty fries. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like, and just aside from that, you know, we've for the longest we've struggled finding employees that to like stick around. And then fries alone, man, I feel like you gotta pay that attention to them, you know, because how often do you go to a fast food place and sometimes the fries are good and sometimes they're soggy and sometimes it's like if our burgers are consistent, we want our fries to be consistent, you know, and I feel like that's something that we're probably gonna do, to be honest, not anytime soon,
Mm-hmm.
but it's definitely gonna be in the works once we have an established location
Mm-hmm.
where we're gonna bring out some fries. But who knows?
Yeah.
I'm saying that now, and you know, next month we might bring out the fries, you know. But um, yeah, we get
Yeah.
that question a lot.
Yeah. Just of of course, like just like you said, it's burger and fries, right? But I could imagine too, as you travel, since you're mobile,
Hmm.
right? You know, you gotta have extra space for the fryer,
Yeah,
right? Then you heat up the fryer, but then you gotta let it cool, so because you're gonna pack it, take it back. It's gonna be more steps to
yeah,
what you do,
yeah.
right? So then you gotta figure that out, and then who's in charge of the fries?
Right. Yeah. No, and we like taking customers out of their comfort zone too. You know,
Yeah.
like when people ask for ranch, like no, we don't offer ranch.
Mm-hmm.
When people ask for lettuce and tomato, we don't deal with lettuce and tomato. You know, like trust me, like you know, trust me, just get the burger the way it comes. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, like we've had a lot of customers. I had one customer actually. We were at a pop up at a brewery out in Redlands. Um, he didn't get the concept of a smash burger, right? And we offer just a patty by itself that we call a puppy patty for dogs. You know,
Okay.
it's an unseasoned patty. He came and ordered a patty melt and ordered one of those patties for his dog. And when he came and got his order, he was like, he's like, what is this? You know, he's like, I can see right through this thing. Like what the hell is this?
So
You know.
thin.
And then my wife was in the front. She was like, "Well, what's a smash patty? Like I told you, you know, we specialize in smash patties." He was like, "He's like, I paid $3 for this. You know, this is a smash patty. Like what the hell is
Yeah,
this? You
yeah.
know." He started comparing us to other burger spots,
Right, of course.
and that's when I stopped clicking, and he was getting aggressive, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, listen, like this is how we do things here,
Mm-hmm.
and trust me, it's good. It's different. He's like, nah. I was like, sir, I was like, if you want, I can make you another one and give you your money back. You know, just I was just trying to make it right with them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And and no, yeah, he left upset, and then like 10 minutes later, he comes back, and I was like, let me deal with him, you know.
Yeah, let's see.
Comes back, he's like, hey, I just want to apologize.
Mm-hmm.
That was the best patty melt I've ever had.
No shit.
You know, and my dog ate it like that. You know, I didn't get the concept of what a smash burger was, but you know, I want to apologize. You know, and it was just like the greatest feeling ever. You know, like you know, because it's like people don't understand. You know, like it's like, hey, like if you want a thick burger, then you gotta go somewhere where they have thick burgers. If you
Yes.
want fries, you gotta go somewhere where they offer fries.
Yeah.
If you want to go somewhere where they offer lettuce and tomato, you gotta go to, you
Mm-hmm.
know, this is how we do our thing here, and it's good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
try it out,
No, I get
give
you.
it a chance.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You do your thing, right?
Hmm.
That's what you're good at. That's what you specialize in, and you know, like you said, is there a need for fries? No, I had it. I want to say, oh, you know, fries may be good with it, but like I said, by itself, it's
Yeah,
you don't need it. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
No,
You
and
know.
then we offer chips. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and mainly people, yeah, you're right. It would be like an extra filler and stuff, but people always order another burger.
Hmm.
Because our burgers don't make you feel nasty, man. They don't make you feel all bloated,
Hmm.
and you can just keep
Hmm.
on eating them and eating them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. And okay, maybe I speak for myself, but
yeah,
second to fries will be some good hot Cheetos, which you
yeah,
have,
yeah.
which you sell. Huh?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
All right.
Right, we're gonna do this thing. It's called Main Street Questions.
Okay.
Right. Um, is there something you like to add that maybe we didn't touch on that we don't know about you or your business?
I think we touched on everything. No, yeah, I think you did a really good job on touching
Coverage.
on everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because well, let's say you're just to put out there. I mean, your menu, right, is not too extreme,
yeah.
right? What do you have on your menu?
Well, we actually just minimized it. We
Yeah.
made it even smaller.
Ah.
Um, we took off the chorizo. We took that off. And we're gonna make it more of a like um like a secret menu type of thing, where every month we're gonna have something new.
Oh, okay.
Right, that's something new that we're still working on. We're
Yeah.
not we're not we're not doing it yet, but
Hmm.
um yeah, right now we only offer singles, doubles, patty melts, grilled cheese, and bacon, ghost pepper, egg.
Right. The add-ons,
The
huh?
add-ons, yeah, the
To.
add-ons, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But that's one thing is that when you have too many options, it's like sometimes you,
Yeah.
you don't even order. It's
No,
like,
right. No, no, no. That's simplicity, of
yeah, just
course.
make it simple.
Yeah.
So that's what we're working on now, is just making it simple, and just introducing new things here and there
Hmm.
to make it special.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Okay. Oh, who do you admire and follow that influences your business mentality?
Um. Well, I would say there's a few people that I admire, like my friend Emilio. We and him, we used to work at Verizon together, and we became really close friends. And
Mm.
yeah, he's just on it, man. This guy's like an entrepreneur for sure, and he balances all these things. And I'm like, dude, how do you have time for all this? And he has a family and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
that you know, I have a friend, Luis, Papa Saluero, that he has his business.
Cool.
This guy, he started with one location, and now he's expanding. Angels Tacos too, man. That guy is killing it.
Nice.
That guy, I don't know, like 16 or something like that locations now, or something like
Wow.
that. I just met him recently, but um, he's a young guy too. The to have that many things going on like that,
Mm-hmm.
14 to 16, pop-ups going at once, is like, man, like how did you do it?
Yeah.
Um,
Stuff.
yeah, I just, that those kind of people I kind of want to like
Mm-hmm.
pick their brain,
Mm-hmm.
just to see how they do it, how they balance
Of
everything,
course.
how they got there. But yeah, there's a lot of people that
Mm-hmm.
I definitely admire for sure. Those are just a few.
Of course.
Yeah.
Great. Great. No, great. What is one thing that you have benefited from social media?
Um, I've I've gotten better with public speaking, man. I'm like an outgoing guy,
Mm-hmm.
but in front of cameras and in front of stuff, I've never been good at, man. I've never been.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's that's one benefit, is that it's made me more camera friendly. Kind of stepping out of the box, because there's businesses that will just put their food out there and never show their face, and
Uh-huh.
that's what I kind of started doing, is showing my
Right.
face. And I'm not trying to gain anything as far as like fame, but it's more for me. You know what I mean? It's,
Mm-hmm.
it's more to help me out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you you're the face you are the face of the business.
Yeah.
You are the cook of the business, right? You are the
Yeah.
chef. So I mean, it kind of makes sense, right, to put yourself out there. But
Yeah.
well, if you don't need to. If your food, does all the talking,
Right.
why, right?
Exactly.
Okay, cool, man. Any books, articles, or quotes that you recently came by you'd like to share?
Books, articles. Um. Well, I just started reading. I just started reading the Art of War.
Yeah.
Started reading that book. I just got into it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Articles. I'm a really huge fan of. I'm a really huge fan of. What's that article? Like the LA Taco. I don't know if you
Oh
heard of
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. LA Taco. Yeah,
They
yeah. The
yeah, they don't just focus on tacos, but
Mm-hmm.
they focus on all these other things going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a pretty big fan of that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Cool, man. Um, how would you define wealth?
Wealth,
Yeah.
health, man.
Yeah.
Just your family being healthy. Um, like I said, money's nice, but it's never driven me, man. Because I've had good jobs and I've always, you know, if it doesn't align with my
Mm-hmm.
family, I've always gave it up and
Mm-hmm.
started something new. But yeah, health, man. Just being healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What advice would you give a younger you?
Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses and just jump into it. Don't think about it.
Yeah.
Don't think about it. And just go full force.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if I had the opportunity to tell cause man, my younger me, man, I was a wreck, dude. I wasn't focused on school. I was just
Mm-hmm.
focused on partying. I was focused on looking good to my other friends and
Yeah.
this and that. Is like, if I would have put the effort to really how do you say it, to put the effort into myself to make myself better, and
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I would have been somewhere else,
Yeah.
but we all learn.
No, yeah,
We all
of
learn from our
course.
mistakes. So
Right.
I don't regret it, but
Right.
that's one thing that I would tell myself is,
Well, yeah, but we learn, right? And every decision you made, regardless good or bad, it
hmm
led you to this point,
yeah,
right? And we go, technically, I mean, we strive to get better,
hmm
though sometimes we could get a little worse, but still, right?
yeah,
Still part of the process.
all right. The process, man. That's the, what do you call it? That's like the process, is like the journey.
Yeah.
That's what you got to enjoy. It's not the end. Like it's not like
The destination.
the destination. It's what you're going through is what makes it better.
Mm-hmm.
What makes it more enjoyable. When the times you suffer, the times that I had great times and it went really well. The times where it went really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those things together make it worth it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And so which do you choose? Coffee or tequila?
Coffee.
Coffee.
If you ask my wife, she'll say tequila. Coffee for me. Though that depends though. If I'm in Ensenada, I'll choose tequila.
Okay,
If I'm
well,
in Mexico, I'll choose tequila. But if I'm out here, I'll choose
given
coffee.
yeah, given I guess the setting, because over
hmm
here, you're trying to get stuff together, ready to go hustle, so you need that coffee,
Yeah.
right? Maybe tequila relaxes you more,
Yeah.
gets you more in the mood to party.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wouldn't be right.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. And tell us, where can people find you?
They can find us at Instagram is at back to the burger _
Mm-hmm.
and then at your favorite brewery
Mm-hmm.
as well.
You always post the schedules, right? It changes, but you always post them up.
Changes every week. All of our
Uh-huh.
schedules now we're putting it on our bio. So check our bio,
Oh,
give us a follow, and then yeah, every week it's never the same spot. Every week, so look out for the spots there. Yeah.
okay, and that's where you're most active in Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
Okay.
Try TikTok. I'm still getting used
Nah,
to
yeah,
it,
it's a
but
whole different
yeah,
process.
Instagram for sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool, man. Ruben, I really appreciate your time and your drive over here.
No, no worries,
All
man.
right, it was a lot of fun. It was good, good
Thanks
stuff.
for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you, guys.